Hello, this is Colin with Maker Farm. In this video we're going to show you how to install more items onto the frame of your Prusa i3. The first one that we're going to do, if you grab your frame, we're going to put another end stop on. This is going to be our Z end stop, which is going to go in this location right here. You're also going to grab this little piece that we're going to use to mount our end stop. It's a little too thick, so what we're going to do is just cut off some of the material so that we can make it thinner. I usually bring it to around 4.5 millimeters or so. Just about like that. Okay, then you're going to want to grab your end stop wire, line up the orientation of the holes so that it matches, and what I also like to do is actually glue this piece when we're installing it. It makes it so that it's very firm, doesn't move, and you get really accurate Z-axis that way. Just put a little bit of glue on there. Grab our zip tie. Thread it through first. We're going to thread it through our wood piece, and then we're going to make sure the orientation of the switch matches the picture that's engraved onto the frame there, and then we can just put it through. Cinch it down and cut off the excess. And then we'll let that dry before we do much else on that. The next one that we're going to install is your heat bed. You're going to want to get your heat bed. There is a video that shows how to install all the heat bed wires and everything, but basically you can solder those 2 points there and put your thermistor there. You're also going to want to grab some hardware. We've got 4 of these nylon standoffs. We also have 4 of the 16 millimeter M3 bolts and 4 of the nuts. And basically all we do, we're going to put a nylon spacer there, put your bolts in, just put our nuts on the bottom, tighten it down, oops, of course I put it on the wrong way. You want your wires to be towards the back of the machine. Just like that. I'm only going to do 2, but obviously you would do the other side as well. And if you notice, we have 2 holes at the back of our bed. Those are to zip tie our wires in place. That way they don't get pulled out or damaged while we use our printer. Zip tie those, and that is secured now. Okay, the next part that we're going to do is we're going to put our our x-axis onto the z-axis. So in an earlier video, we assembled everything that you see right here. Okay, and what we're going to do, first we need to go and get our Z motors and install those into our machine. Which are going to be these motors right here. And you're going to need a bunch of 10mm bolts. So you'll have 8 of the 3 M3 10mm bolts. Okay, so basically we have one that goes right here. There's a little guide in the back where you can put your wires so they don't get pinched. We're going to put 4 of these bolts in each motor. I'm just going to do 2 for time. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is you're going to grab these 2 clear tubes. And what you're going to do is you're going to push each of those down onto your Z motor shaft. Only push it on halfway. Just like that. Okay, now we can grab assembled X-axis, and basically as it comes down in here, we're going to be putting our smooth rods in these holes on the outside of our motor, and our M5 rods are going to go right into those clear tubings. So first we're going to put those smooth rods in. Push our threaded rods down into place. Just like that. Okay, now the last piece is our top piece that we're going to put on there. And let's see if I can tip this so that you can see. So basically the outer hole is where the smooth rod is going to go. The inside hole, the bigger hole, is for our threaded rod. Do the same on both sides of it, and then it's going to slot down in place just like that. And then we can use some of our 3/4 inch bolts to secure everything in place. One there. And we've got one on the other side. And then the same thing over here. Okay, do also have little end cap pieces that you can put on top of your little rods here. I'm not sure where I placed mine. But you would just install those as well, just with your 3/4 inch long bolts, just right on top. That'll keep your Z-rods, when it moves up and down, from coming out like that. Okay, the next piece that we can go ahead and install is if you got a kit that came with electronics that supported the LCD, we can take our LCD and install that. It will just slot down onto that piece just like that. And then there's 2 nuts and bolts that'll secure it from the bottom. They're just 1/2 inch, number 6. That will hold those in place. Just like that. Okay, that's all we're going to do for this video. We'll show you more in the next video. If you have any questions, feel free to go to makerfarm.com. You can email us, or we can do Google Chat if you have any questions. And we will do the next video in just a little bit more, and we're going to wire up electronics. We're going to install the hot end and finish it up. Thank you.